everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Burton Burger Podcast, episode 282. We are your cousins. I'm Burger. The other one is Bert.
Yep. And,
we're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. If you guys are up on your B&B lore, you will see that the latest highlight clip is finally over with. Bert finally did it in time. This time he was only 2 months late. So we'll take that. He finally got her done. Get a little bit of a break until he's 2 months behind on the next one.
I just shouldn't say it. There's no more breaks. I think I get breaks in my head, and I'm like, oh, cool, I get a vacation. You know I run that vacation.
Well, you do. You're on it right now. You just need to do it.
Work at the same time.
You're supposed to. Yeah. So, But yeah, highlight clips are done. And also, Bert and I are starting to get into a little bit more of making like little clips that happen on Twitch and other games that we're playing and things like that. So that's been a little bit exciting. So we got one where we screamed our little peepees off, and then we got one to where Bert said that north was pointing to the left. So
that was embarrassing.
AKA west. Bert just does not know west exists as a fucking direction, I guess.
Yeah, that was bad.
Things only go north, east, and south, and then he just ignores everything in between. So
the angle left and north.
Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna try to start making some more clips with that too. So yeah, thank you for chilling though and stopping on by. Got some other exciting stuff that we can talk about and chat about. So one thing I want to briefly talk about is the NFL did release that they are okay with players playing in the Olympics.
Oh, so it was an NFL decision kind of thing.
The NFL decided that they would allow their players to play in the Olympics, correct?
Interesting. Why is it their jurisdiction, what they do with their bodies?
What they do with their employees?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what if you want to strip on the weekends? What the hell? They can't do that?
Then you get fired.
Well, I suppose.
Same way that our employees can fire us for this podcast, you stupid fuck. What is so confusing here? You act like just because your roommate can get canned for what he says on Venmo is totally okay, but then an actual sports athlete that is signing up for other physical activities and their employer doesn't have any say over that?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a... You know, if it was to play in the XFL or whatever, I'd 100% get that. But then...
Bert, they can't even shoot around on a basketball court.
Really?
They don't want their $500 million men getting hurt.
Okay, that's actually a good idea.
I don't understand what you're so confused about.
I just never thought about it.
You know, in this country... In this country, you shouldn't have control over your employees like that.
They should have agency over their own body. Now, they're not allowed to pump full of drugs in either, so...
Yeah, they also don't let them wear different colored shoelaces, so I'm not really sure why you're so appalled that the NFL had to say, yes, you can go play in the Olympics. So
I just never... thought that they got that much agency, but it doesn't make sense. They're paying $1 million of agency.
They make it to where you have to have fucking the color coding down on the field to a science, and you're like, I'm surprised that you have any control over their lives.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Just like your friend can get in trouble for what he fucking sent on Venmo. Again, you are just not really connecting any wires here, I see. Anyways, the point being, they allowed NFL players to do it, so now NFL players are officially allowed to play flag football in the Olympics. The thing is, though, we are recording this in 2025, and the flag Olympics are not until 2028. So it's still quite a bit away from now. People that would be pretty relevant now might not be so relevant in the future. So, for example, someone like Saquon Barkley, who's like 28 years old right now,
probably
going to be 31. Yeah, so he probably won't want to do it. So maybe someone like Ashton Genty, if he's very quick, he might be good at it. Who knows? But people have been talking about that. Now, the thing is the United States already has a flag football team.
Oh, okay.
Like, there is a professional flag football league in the United States. There's a professional league for, like, every sport out there. So, yeah, this shouldn't surprise anybody.
Yeah.
But the quarterback for the United States team or whatever is pissed that they are letting NFL players in.
Hey,
He's
better.
saying we worked... yeah, so he said we worked very hard to get the game to where it is today, and the NFL thinks they can just come on in and steal this from us now that we are in the Olympics. That ain't fair. It's a very different game. Just because you can play in the NFL doesn't mean you can just pick up flag football. It's a very different game. And so people are talking about this. Now, few things on what this guy has to say is I agree. The NFL players just can't just walk on in and be in the Olympic team like that just because you're an NFL player. Somebody like Tom Brady would probably not be the best representation for flag football. His skill set is not very good for flag football.
Right.
He's a pocket presser.
He needs fellers to defend him.
Pocket passer. He stands in the pocket up high. He's not very mobile. Flag football, you got to be very quick, very twitchy, very fast. You got to outrun people. So someone like Tom Brady, not very good at it. So I agree that just because you played in the NFL doesn't mean you just get a spot on the Olympic team. However, everybody should be able to try out for it.
Oh, 100%.
So like Bert said, be fucking better.
Yep. There's like no linemen or anything like that either, so it would basically just be like, what would it even be? Wide receivers and players. Corners?
Okay, so there would be
position?
Quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs,
is fair.
corners, and safeties, and then also I do believe they have rushers as well. So like after so many apples goes by,
that would be
you
scary.
can rush the quarterback. So yeah, running backs and corners, nice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of
that. But so I understand what he's saying, but they should fight for it, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So, it is a different game, but I do think NFL players could prep for it as well. So, I think they could figure it out pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah. It's just like no contact, thinking about where your flag is and all that fun stuff. I can definitely see how people would consider it a totally different game, but...
No, yeah, it is.
Totally,
so
but,
the rules are the same for the most part, but the way you go about it is...
The micro scale. Different. The movements are different.
Yeah, so, I mean, so the people like that would be amazing at it is someone like Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I was thinking
somebody like that would be very, very, very good at it. Somebody like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes probably is not our best option for flag football.
No.
If Josh Allen lowers his shoulder in flag, he's probably going to get DQ'd. So we don't need any of that happening.
No.
So, but honestly, like the best player, in my opinion, by a long shot in flag football is fucking Tyreek Hill. Like, literally.
Yeah.
That short, little, fast, quick bastard.
That could be
just
scary.
Give him a screen. Just give him a screen pass, a wide receiver screen every time.
Just let him cook everybody.
Yeah. Somebody, Jahmyr Gibbs would be another good one for how quick he is. Kamara, when he was a little bit younger, might have been a good one.
Okay.
And I know some flag positions can, like trick plays and double passes, laterals and stuff are really big. in flag. So
okay.
you could literally have Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson out there at the same time.
That would be fucking wild.
Yeah, like you could do a double pass to Lamar and Kyler and then hit Tyreek running deep. So, so yeah, that was just something I found interesting that they are allowed to do it, thankfully. But I also thought that was kind of cringe. That guy's like, "Yo, you shouldn't be allowed to join. It should just be us."
Our sport.
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody gets a fair shake.
Yeah, and
if you're the better guy, then
Hope you
go
get a
out
free
and
pass,
be the better guy.
But, yeah.
The only thing is like like an NFL player shouldn't just get it just because. I agree with him on that. So go outperform, go earn your spot.
Yeah,
we want the best people representing in the Olympics.
Yeah,
just like if there was some fucking high schooler that could outrun all the professionals in cross country or something like that, get that fucking high schooler running for us.
Yeah.
Ain't about that, little bro.
It's about the country. Listen, this is bigger than us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to embarrass all the other countries.
Yeah. So
watch one like come out of nowhere, like Czechoslovakia. They just absolutely.
Well, people are talking
shred.
about that, like fucking Tyreek Hill crossing up some Ugandan. Like that's like a trash man in Uganda or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Jamar Chase catching his 42nd touchdown against the Tokyo Torpedoes.
Yeah. It's a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah. So, like I said, when they announced that it was going to be in the Olympics, hopefully this does a lot for football. So, we shall see. Anyways, speaking of sports, Bert had some disc golf that he wanted to talk about with somebody from work, ladies and gentlemen. Again, work stories. Yay.
It's so much of my life. Everything else, it wouldn't be interesting to talk about because I do it with my cousin here, and it's normally recorded. So what? So what am I even doing here? We played with my brother the other day. Pretty cute. Wait, that was yesterday.
Nope, that wasn't the topic.
No. I know. I'm just, it's trying to broaden.
Cool. Don't want to talk about playing with your brother right now. I want to talk about disc golf with Freak from work.
Yeah, it's just a broadened thing,
No, I don't want to talk about the broad thing. I want to talk about the very specific thing right now.
Nah, because the very specific thing isn't long.
Okay, then you shouldn't have put it in there then.
No,
the
because
amount of
it's a
times you put shit in here, you're like, okay, this is going to last 9 seconds.
Yeah, because it's a topic.
Let's fucking be like AI bots now.
It's not just a little story. Speaking of that, Sue is all up my ass about that. No, dude. He's sending me a link. Dude, listen, it would be so funny if maybe one of the times maybe you can't make it to the recording, you could have Burger just talk to an AI and just say it's you, huh? I'm like, yeah, dude, that's a good idea. We should do that. There's like the conversational AI bots, but yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time he told me when I was trying to like figure out how I can go on Doug and Anthony's podcast and conceal my identity, and he was saying I could do makeup and how drag people are really good at it.
No, he did not.
Ready to send me and he was like getting ready to send me like drag tutorial videos on how to do makeup to go on their podcast, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested, dude.
He has no idea who you are.
He knew who I was.
Yeah.
This was not when we first started talking. This was when it was just him and I like playing Apex. So
that's horrible.
Our relationship was at the point to where we could do duos. Just us. So
that's fucking intense.
Your friends need to touch grass like you.
Yeah. Yep. Did some of that yesterday on the disc golf court.
No, I don't want to talk about yesterday. I want to talk about the time you played with the freak.
Yeah, there's like this weird little freak gremlin from work who is always like stunting about disc golf, and like he goes every single night after work. Like, all right, this is like fucking excessive. He I don't know if he discs more or drinks more. This is the guy who couldn't tell if I don't even know if I talked about it on here. Maybe I did. He's a delinquent drunk. And I'm talking about this, and I might get a place with him. I'm so cooked. This is some random guy I've never met before. Nah, he's been like, yeah, no, there's a puddle on the ground. I don't know if it's my puke or my piss. I'm like, cool. Or maybe it's just a water leak. I'm like, I am not living with you, buddy. I'm not living with you. But I'm probably going to get peer pressured into living with him. But whatever. He invited me out for disc golf. And I thought that was cute. I'm like, whatever. I guess I'll do it. After asking me, like, for a fucking month straight, I'm like, fuck it, I'll go out. He asked me some questions. He's like, hey, so, like, you play before? And I'm like, yeah, I've played before. He's like, oh, really? Like, how much? I'm like, well, I've played, like, on and off for the last, 2 or 3 years, however long it's fucking been. Since Corvid. Wow, definitely not 2 or 3. 3 or 4? What the fuck?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Yeah, we've been playing
6.
for a while now. On and off. Seasonally. And, so I told him that. Told him it all. Like, yeah, no, I'm not too bad. Like, I'll get, like... I mean, I'm horrible. I'm so bad. I'll get, like, 1 to 2 over on every single hole. Or, maybe on average. I get a couple pars, so maybe it evens it out. I'll get an 8 or a 9.
3 to 4 over, and then a couple of pars.
And then a couple of, like, 12s. Yeah. The average, probably about plus 5 or 6. Let's be honest here. But we go out there, and he's just kind of like, yeah, man, I love disc golf. I go to all these tournaments and stuff. Doesn't participate, but watches them. Like, yeah, dude, that's fucking badass. And we go up to the first hole. Literally the first hole. This course, by the way, after playing the whole thing, it was, like, pretty basic. It's, like, the one that we go to with people who are new. We're just
By the way, this is turning into a 5-minute conversation so far that you said was really short, so...
Yeah. It's because, I don't know what
it's not very short at all. Cool.
Doesn't matter.
Notice you're still talking about it.
So, okay. So this guy is like, yeah, whatever. It's a fucking, all of the holes of this course, there were no fucking curveballs. They were all literally like straight ahead. I think they were referred to as dog legs or something. I don't know what that means, but I heard some honkies that passed us say that. Oh, it's another fucking dog leg. I'm like, cool. Have you heard that term before?
No.
Fuck, another dog leg. Like, okay. I think it's like,
I'd heard that one before.
when it goes straight and then it like, it'll either go to the left or right, like 45 degrees. Just like a hard, abrupt turn. That's just all the gimmick of the course was.
What is a dog leg in disc golf?
Watch it be something crazy. Like, nope, I got that one wrong. Read into that one.
One or more designated trees or poles in the fairway that must be passed on the outside when approaching the hole.
Okay, so that's absolutely... Okay, yeah, so that also makes sense, I suppose. So it's just when they're assholes and there's, like, trees... Like the course we went to the other day that allegedly we didn't, but did. Well, there's bullshit in the middle. You gotta go around it. But yeah, I guess there was that shit and then weird-ass, like, fucking 90-degree curve shits. And the whole time, he's like... He gets up to the thing, he's like, oh, man, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm like, why is that? I don't even say why is that, because that would validate the next thing he said. I'm trying to get conversational and cute with this. He would go up to the tee box. He'd get all lined up. He's like, "No, I don't expect an amateur or a beginner to know what I'm about to do here." And I says, "Okay," under my breath. "Show me." He goes to do an Anheuser throw, whatever. He tilts the disc back a little bit. He's like, "It's gonna be really hard to kind of explain this to you, but I'm gonna tilt the disc a little bit to try and get like this different fade on my disc." I'm like, "Okay, I've seen this before." I'm like, "Oh, you mean an Anheuser?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. And then progressively through every single hole, he kept explaining like literally elementary basics of disc golf to me and calling me a beginner the entire time. They're like, yeah, okay. No, it's just, this is a really complex thing that I don't really expect a beginner to know. He said this at least, if there's 18 holes, he said it at least 11 times. I'm like, it's not only did I specifically tell you, I've probably played not triple digits. I've played quite a few fucking games of disc golf at this point on multiple different courses. I would not call myself a beginner. I would say I'm an amateur. I suck dick. I suck dicky and balls.
I would just call you a retard.
I'm a retard. I suck. I'm horrible. I'm stupid and I stink.
I'm a retard, but I'm not a beginner, though, dude.
Exactly. I'm not a fucking beginner means something very specific. It means you haven't fucking done it before. This is your like, or even maybe you've done it once or twice and now you're still trying to learn the ropes and stuff. And then we get like halfway through the course. He's like, "Man, for a beginner, you're doing pretty good." I'm like, cool. So I don't know if this is just kind of like a him being a shithead and being like, it wasn't him being cute. This was him just like being a fucking idiot, I think.
Yeah.
But it was just
I have a cousin
weird.
like that.
Yeah. And, I always thought that I never really had an ego problem. I have a big fucking ego problem in a lot of different things.
You have one of the worst egos I've ever seen in a
big
person.
time. With no backing. No backing of anything. And, this guy saying this the whole time, I'm like, bro, it like forced me to fucking lock in. Like, it was one of the best games of fucking disc golf I've played ever. Like, I was getting, it was like, normally I'll get 1 or 2 pars in a whole course. I got like 3 this time. It was pretty good. Like, it was good.
Best game of my life. I usually get 1 or 2 pars. This time I got 3.
Yeah. I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but it was pretty good. But it was kind of fun. And then halfway through, the fucker was like lined up. He threw it all the way off in the middle of the fucking woods. And I noticed the leaves around his ankle were moving. I'm like, that's weird. His body's not moving, but the leaves are moving. And there was like a fucking snake. And I guess this was the moment he fell apart. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of my cousin. The snake. Mm-hmm. The snake adventures. Yep. And we even saw 2 fucking yesterday, dude. They're fucking all over disc golf courts. Disc golf courts? I need to stop calling it a court. That was a joke the first time. But, yeah, no, and come to find out it was like venomous too, so that was cool. So ever since he's like,
who said it was
really
venomous?
My life. Well, we just looked the snake up. So it's possible it isn't, but other people were saying the name of it. We're like, hey, there's a fucking this type of snake down on hole fucking 8. And they're like, yeah, that's a fucking venomous snake, buddy. We're like, oh, fuck. We look it up, and we're like, yeah, that looks the same. Snakes, however, is gay, and it could be like, oh, it's a gardener snake. I don't even know if that's doxing, but, oh, it's a fucking random non-venomous snake that everybody has. Cool. That's such like an obvious... Okay, let's see if this is near us. Can I even... Yeah, no, it's the entire country. Cool. All right, so, yeah, I'm not getting rid of that. Gardener snake.
It's Gardner with a T. I thought it was Gardner. Like a garden. Wow.
Yeah. Garter.
Boy, Wikipedia almost has like a fucking from sea to shining sea type of description about these things. They are found from the subarctic plains of west central Canada, east through Ontario and Quebec, from Atlantic Canada and south of Florida, across the southern and central U.S. into the ridge regions of the southwest and Mexico, Guatemala, and south of Costa Rica.
And you look at it on the map, it's literally the entire fucking North American continent.
There.
Tool, you could just say all of North America. Thanks.
North and motherfuckers are everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. It's my damn, that's cool.
Various habitats, including marshes, hillsides, drain ditches, vacant lots, and damp woodlands from the Great Lakes to Florida and west to Minnesota and eastern Texas and New York and fucking Hawaii and everywhere. Japan and the Antarctica. It's like, goddamn. Fucking Mars and Pluto. These sons of bitches are everywhere.
Literally everywhere. Fucking
there's even a California garter snake.
Holy shit. Mexican gardener. Western terrestrial gardener.
Here's one in Chesapeake Bay.
What the hell?
There's the eastern, the plain, the western, the Californian.
See, you know, they go through all these specifics of like calling it like there's 40 different gardener snakes. I don't even know. I was going to get into like some dumbass thing. Like, why? Who gives a fuck? Just call it a snake. There's so damn many. That's just the fucking stupid. It's not even like funny. I don't know. I thought that was just call it a snake.
So anyways, he saw a snake. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's called a dog, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we saw the snake and he was bugging. He was like thanking me. He's like, man, I don't know if I'd still be here if it wasn't for you. I'm like, you need to fucking relax.
Is this the same guy where you went to the slave plantation thing with?
Nah, that guy is actually one of my buddies. This guy is weird. But he wants to live with us. Well, yeah, he wants to live with me and the slave guy. But
well, he probably doesn't want to be called that.
Yeah, I'm trying to just live with the slave guy. So I got an Airbnb with 2 beds, and I said, hey, and I'm waiting to see what he says back. Not that I really want to live with him, and there's also no desk here, so I don't know how to feel about that. I get to sleep on the couch, or play on the couch again, which is mid, but I don't know.
Well, is there a moral to the story, or is that the end of it?
Don't judge people.
Sounds like you should.
Yeah, it does sound like you should.
If anything your story told me, it's that you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was fun, but it just more... Oh, and then there was a fucking 8-year-old kid, and then he went to go piss off in the woods.
Oh, now Bert's ears fucking broke up.
Yeah, it was some little kid and his fucking dad playing, like practicing at one of the baskets to putt. And then my buddy goes 10 feet into the thing, and he's like, yeah, man, I would have just went right here, but there was a kid. I'm like, cool. So he went from 10 feet to 12 feet. I'm like, cool. And they came back, told me that. I'm like, thanks, man. So what have you done differently?
Well, that 9-second story was actually too long. All right. Yeah, well, another thing that I want to talk about. Yeah, that was a gardener's name was more interesting than that story. Yeah. It's June.
Mm-hmm.
I had my birthday recently.
Yep.
Got some cool stuff. Went mini golfing with the honey. Got some cool presents. Played video games with my cousin Bert at night.
Hell yeah.
We had a good hoot and a holler.
Yes, we did.
Bert repeatedly kept asking me what my plans were today, and I'm like, you trying to fuck or something? Like,
Yee. I was like wanting to pickleball so bad. I'm like, gotta get it in one last time. And then finally I thought about it. I'm like, wait, we're probably going to go tomorrow, like we've been talking about. And then I gave it up. I told somebody no.
Yeah, but you can also just ask, too. Like, you don't have to do, like, these fucking, what is it, subtle fucking, so, what are you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just flat out ask you, hey, we fucking tonight? No, okay.
See, this is the thing. I'm not normally the initiator, so I'm like, how do I do this?
I know. You should start a little bit more, you selfish cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky.
Not really.
Nah,
you
I
just
do
say
with the boys. With farming, but not in real
F-U-Q,
life.
question mark?
Okay. Yeah.
Sucky?
Sucky Wuckington.
Question mark?
Yo?
Nah. Okay.
No, shit, my fault.
But it's also Pride Month.
It is.
I get a lot of shit for this. Yep. So, one of Bert's legendary sayings.
Oh boy.
Bert says this, org people, not me. But he goes, boy, that shit really is falling off, hasn't it?
Fuck. Uh-huh.
You remember when you said that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's becoming more and more relevant, it seems like. June came around. And next thing... No, I mean your point is becoming more...
Oh, true. Thank you. Yes.
Don't get moody now.
No, I'm just like, settling into the idea of this getting worse. I thought that's the direction you were going.
No,
like,
your idea is because at the beginning of June, the companies started to switch all of their profile pictures again.
Yeah, love that.
I can't wait for the study to come out to talk about how many lives this has changed.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking Dasani water changed their profile picture to a rainbow. Now all of a sudden, we're fine. But,
instead of one color, there's 8. Cool.
Yeah, cool. Right. Anyways, I noticed a few days later, though, they changed it back.
Oh,
normal.
No shit.
Like their normal profile picture. Yeah. The MLB, Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
3 days later, like on June 3rd, changed it back to their regular logo.
That's amazing.
So it's like they had a takesy-backsy or something.
Uh-huh. Like, nah, we thought about this mid.
Ain't that worse, though?
I think it is. Just like you had that at work or whatever. It's like, we don't support them no more.
Like...
Correct?
Why'd you change it? You had to change your heart or something? Like, what's going on?
That's about 28 days early, buddy.
Boy, it ain't July yet. Fuck.
What the hell?
Yeah, so... And apparently, like, 12 NFL teams didn't change their logos.
Oh, at all?
Yeah, I think your Saints are one of them.
Hell yeah. That would be, to be fair, they probably did it because it would look dumb if it didn't have those colors. That's probably why they did it, I'm sure.
They didn't do it because it didn't fit the color scheme?
Yeah.
That's way more bigotry. Yeah, I can't support it because it doesn't fucking work with our logo. What? You dumb fuck.
Well,
for years upon years, every team ever changed it. And now all of a sudden, you're like, yeah, it's probably because the color scheme didn't work.
Yeah, it would just look silly. They just thought about it this year, and they're like, yeah, this would look weird.
Again, the ideas you come up with are way harder to accept than the truth. And I saw, supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, but the NFL said that they were going to fine teams that didn't switch it.
Oh, shut the fuck up. What?
Now that seems illegal, don't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, couldn't that be like there's some players who are just kind of like, oh, it's a fine, and then continue to do the thing, and they don't really give a fuck? It's like, it's just money, buddy. Teams probably could do that, or maybe not. It's probably, I don't even know. Again, just keep talking. I didn't say anything. Disregard.
I guess. Nice. Yeah, they could just not. They could just pay it. Oh,
I'm just a fine. They're not going to kick the team off of the league, you know. Sorry, okay. No more Saints.
You're right.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of stupid shit. Disregard.
Yeah, thanks. What the fuck was that? Yeah, you're right. They could just not pay it, or not listen and keep paying the fine. Cool.
Cool.
Good job pointing out
great observation.
Minor details that do not contribute to the story at all.
Man.
But like it or not, this is a very political topic, and you just need to keep politics out of everything.
Yeah.
This is sports. This is TV shows. This is movies. This is entertainment. Keep the politics out of it. Now, if a movie or a TV show or a video game has an LGBTQ character in it, that's fine. I'm not saying they can't be in it. I'm just saying this whole statement is very political. This whole Pride Month thing is a very political thing. Now, people can say, no, fuck you. It's an actual human's right. Okay, whatever. At the end of the day, it's still political.
Yeah.
Same thing with abortion. Same thing with capital punishment. Same thing with global warming. These are all fucking political topics.
Mm-hmm.
So keep them out. Keep them out. That's all I can say. Same thing with religion. Keep them out.
Yep. Doesn't really have much to do with this. And there's some sports where it's pretty intertwined, but yeah, I
mean, not necessarily the sport itself, but maybe with the players and everything like that. Yeah. But when the actual league or teams start incorporating that, it's different. Now, like if the coaches and players want to do something, that's totally fine. Like teams that want to pray together before games or after, like you're totally fine in doing that because that's a group of people getting together to do it. But when an actual business, when an actual organization
you must do this.
Starts doing that, it starts getting dangerous. That's why I totally believe in the separation of church and state, because when you start including that shit, you start opening doors up to other things that you don't want to be associated with it. So you're going to have fucking the Lions with the fucking Hindu symbol in their logo, and then you're going to have the Jets with the fucking Islam somewhere in their thing, and then the fucking Dolphins are going to have the Christian cross on it, while the fucking Chargers are going to have Buddha in the background. Like, it's just getting weird. Like, no, that's not what this is. This is sports.
There's a place for that, and there's a place for this.
Yes, exactly. So you can have politics, you can have religion in the media if it pertains to it, like if there is a gay character or an overly political character in a show or movie, that's fine. Diversity is great, but to make the actual like IRL thing about it, that's spooky. Look at what Bud Light did. That backfired big time.
That was not great for them.
I don't think it was great for that community either. Like, I think everything about that was disastrous. Like, almost invoked the fucking Civil War, dude. It was insane. So keep politics out of it. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, you can get into splitting hairs, and this is a human rights thing. Yeah, whatever. Still, I don't necessarily want to talk about fucking abortion while I'm talking about if Tyreek Hill's getting traded or not. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't want to do that. If I want to go into that, I'll go to political spheres and have my conversations there.
Exactly.
This is entertainment. It's no different than if somebody tries to bring anything up all the time. It could be the potheads talking about how marijuana is actually really good for you, or it could be me when I was like 8 and tried to incorporate Elvis into every conversation I could possibly think of.
Fuck.
Same thing with your job.
Oh, yeah.
People do that with their jobs a lot. People bring up their jobs every chance they can.
Yeah. I
kind of had like a low-key roast on your brother the other day when we were playing cards.
Yeah.
For some reason, he asked me if I had a job. I don't know why. But I said I do. And in my job, it requires me to think very critically, which is something that you are not very familiar with. He's like, yeah, I'm him, buddy.
Yeah.
And then I said, correct, right? Like round block into round hole and square block into square hole is about what you do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Work long hours, don't get me wrong, but still, let's not act like you're fucking curing cancer over here.
Brain surgery, really.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I'm not the one that asked you if you had a job or not.
Yeah.
So,
weird.
So,
yeah. Yep, he falls for the good old boy. You don't wake up at 8.
That's the thing. Oh, yeah, he's...
you know.
Here's the thing, though, as we talked about this, too, is blue-collar people aren't the same no more.
No.
Blue-collar boys now are all the fucking hillbillies that like to talk about their broken trucks all the time and go to bonfires and drink beer and get dangerously close to raping drunk women and
yes,
just chasing ass after ass after ass and going after anything that has a fucking heartbeat on it with blonde hair and talk about chewing and country music and working your fucking... Yeah, working your 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. I said that correctly. And all of that shit. I'm like, the blue-collar people I grew up a lot throughout my life met their wives in high school, met their high school sweethearts, and have been married for 60 years, and had lots of babies, and they had lots of babies, and raised this beautiful family, living the American dream. And
yeah.
Beautiful, actually. And then here we are talking about fucking spit and fucking chew out of our Cummins that can barely fucking run while chasing some fucking hot blonde with a crop top.
Yeah.
Just so he can do it again the next day with a whole fucking different girl. Like, them blue-collar boys they're not built like they used to be. I don't understand what the fuck happened.
It's that damn tormenting the youth.
Yeah, it's like
country music.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it is.
You know what I like to think it is just damn country music, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Every decade, there's a different genre of music that torments the youth.
Yeah.
Rock and roll in the 50s, and then the psychedelics, the 60s, and then the hard rock in the 70s, and then the fucking Satanism in the 80s, and the grunge in the 90s, and the pop in the 2000s, and now it's country.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the simple things in life as long as it includes anal. Like it's just like damn, you horny bastards. Like fuck.
Dirty dog.
Narrow-minded thinking. I can't. No, I'm not doing this. So anyways, yeah. Companies are no longer doing Pride Month stuff. Yeah. I'm getting angry. I'm starting to get sick. Sick to my stomach thinking about them. Something else that's really been pissing me off.
Hell yeah.
I'm on my next book, my next autobiography. I finished the one with Fuckhead, the Harry Potter guy, Draco Malfoy.
Draco Malfoy. I gotta stop talking like a fuckhead. I'm gonna do that at work tomorrow.
Work starts tomorrow,
yeah.
Fuck. So this one's about Stephen A. Smith. He is a big sports personality. He's the one that debates, like, on ESPN every day. And he's a big loudmouth that just argues and debates all day. Like, that's basically all he does.
Yep, I see him in my head. My mind's eye.
And it's not good. This is a bad one. At least Draco Malfoy's was good, but this one sucks. I had to take a break from reading for a bit, and I thought it was just because, like, no, I just need a break from reading and everything. Then I picked this back up, like, oh, well, it is that. I did need a break, but fuck, this book sucks. So,
gosh, you let it rest, come back.
Over 100 pages
this is
in.
just bad.
Nope, it's bad. It's still bad.
Surprise.
First of all, I ain't gonna talk about people's family dynamics or anything. People are gonna do their own, but there's a guy named Joe on Survivor, and they did the loved ones visit, and he kept kissing his dad on the lips. That was weird.
All right.
Didn't like that. And then in this book, he keeps calling his mom Mommy.
All right.
Mommy.
Yep.
So I'm sure it's because I'm white and I wouldn't understand. But
I was gonna say it might be a color folk thing.
I don't know. I had an African American friend, and it was they called their dad Daddy and their mom Mama. That's what it was.
Mama more.
Yeah, me too. Mommy is weird.
Yeah.
Mommy is very 3-year-old-y.
Yeah.
And he would say, Mommy says I can't go outside. Well, hang on. No, because that actually sounds appropriate. Mommy said stop doing drugs.
There you go. It's doing this.
Whatever. That's just a family thing. It's whatever. You know, just like Tom Brady fucking huffing his fucking kids when they kiss them and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I made a comment in here saying, can we stop with the circle jerks? And again, I'm so sick of everybody talking about how amazing every fucking person that ever came across their fucking life is. Outside of this guy fucking hating his father, which he does paint a very bad picture of his dad. So,
oh boy,
I understand, but
been there. You said,
can we stop talking about how revolutionizing this person was, and you only spend a paragraph talking about him, and then you never talk about him ever again?
Yeah. And you go to the next person.
You're starting to do the Bert thing where everything's perfect, everything's well, and then you go on to the next one and everything's perfect and everything's well, and you go on to the next person and everything's perfect and everything's well. It's like, damn, dude, you're either on a hell of a streak right now, because by the time you are born to the time you die, you'll probably meet only 3 people in your life that are like this, and Bert just met them all in 3 minutes. So, so stop with the circle jerks, and everybody you've ever fucking met is amazing. And this guy does something I've never seen in a book before. I've never seen this. I do not know why he's doing this. This is like some Bert flex that he's doing to where how fast he can type his phone number type shit.
Yes.
He always says the names of the streets for some reason.
Okay. Yep, I know some people with the flex that you're talking about.
But he does it all the time. No, like he
Fucking
tells you the
piece of
directions to get from one spot to the next.
Okay. I have a separate... Yep, okay. I know people like that, too.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know people that write in their autobiographies all the time when they're fucking talking about driving to the ESPN headquarters and they just tell you every fucking step that they took? No, you don't. I'm not talking about somebody that you just talked to, dickhead. I'm talking about somebody that went out of their way while typing their autobiography to fucking tell me how to get from their house to this fucking place.
There was a separate angle.
He's damn near saying he fucking turned his blinker on here and he waited for it to turn green and then he did. Like, he's fucking telling me every goddamn step.
Accelerate car to 4,000.
I know people, Bert, that tell me the streets all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a guy that's
I just mean like stupidly.
And he's fucking doing that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Again, not relevant, non sequitur. Anyways, this motherfucker.
Okay. I'm gonna touch you.
Lol. I get when people are talking, because he grew up in a pretty poverty lifestyle, so I get when he's trying to really paint this picture of I had to walk uphill both ways in fucking hip high snow and stuff like that. Like, he would talk about this long drawn out thing on what the route his mother had to take to get to work. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fucking awful. I get it. But then he'll be like, yeah, I went to go get a soda pop. So I walked down 8th. I took a left on Central. And then for about 8 blocks, then I took a right over onto 10th. And then between the corner of Park Street and Drive Road, I got myself a soda pop. I'm like, what was the point in giving me all the fucking street names there? Are you trying to show us, like, you remember? Like, it was so ingrained in you and how serious you took your job that you still remember all these years later how to get there? Like,
yeah.
What are we doing right now?
Yeah, that's not adding anything really at all, other than like
yeah, like the first few times he did it, it made sense. It made perfect sense, but then he started doing it all the time, and like when he went to college, and then he did all this stuff, and then it's like he's trying to act like he still knows his way around New York, I think, or Jersey, or wherever he's from.
Okay.
Like, but to the people that don't fucking live there, that doesn't do anything for us.
This
like, what the
doesn't
fuck?
mean anything to me, yeah. Maybe if you're from that street, it'd be cool. But then when he talks about the next part of his life, you're like, all right, I have no idea what's going on again.
Why does telling me your fucking GPS directions tell me anything more about you? Cool, you still know your town that you grew up in. That's cool, dude. Nice.
Actually fucking crazy.
You could have just said, I still know my way around this town like the back of my hand, despite not living there for 20 years now, and I would believe you. Like, you don't need to flex it. You could have told me it's 10 inches, and I'd believe you. You don't got to show me it.
Nope. Wouldn't mind if you did, though.
That's the fucking weird thing in this book is, for some reason, he has to tell you every fucking street he turns on and how many blocks he went down it, and then what street he then crossed over on, and then what it was on the corner on.
Yeah.
All of this stuff.
That's like one of those tricks when they're like, how to fall asleep really fast. Go into extreme detail on stupid things so you tire your brain out. Okay, so this is how I get to work every day. And then you eventually fall asleep. This is
I feel like that'd make me more awake because you're starting to use areas of your brain that,
and then you start
really
thinking
operating.
about it. It's supposed to tucker you out or something. I've heard of that before, but no, it's like he heard the one like writing tip where it's like, man, you got to add in details to really make sure the reader is feeling, a part of the story and everything. And he goes into detail in the very, very wrong way. Could talk about
not even going into detail. He's being as broad as possible. He's just telling me the name of streets. That's not fucking very detail-y.
Well, I mean, it's...
Fuck, tell me what's on the street. Are you fucking walking through the hood right here? Like, why do I need to know the name of this?
Yeah.
To me, like I said, it feels like it's just some weird fucking flex that he still knows his way around that city.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or he was so committed to his craft that he still remembers. It's like remembering some random chemistry formula you made in 10th grade. Like, it was just ingrained into your fucking DNA at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just some weird flex like that. It reminds me when I was... You'll like this story because it's about miners. But it reminds me it reminds me of the story of the Chilean miners that got stuck 8 miles underground. Okay. So it's not your kind of miners, but the other kind that are actually
cool.
Mining.
Me along here.
Not your type of mining, the ones in the caves.
What the fuck?
So
okay.
That happened like 10 years ago or whatever, probably more. And you remember that story? Like the mines collapsed and then they had to like suck them out through a tunnel and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
There's a book on it. So I started reading that book. But I think I've talked about this, but the guy decided to say the names of everybody, and they were all Spanish names, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And I just couldn't fucking keep up anymore.
What the fuck?
There was so many fucking Spanish names to remember.
Mm-hmm. Jose and Jose and Jose and Jose and Jose and Jose.
Well, it wasn't just that. I couldn't even say the names of these people. Like, it was like those kind of names. Like, I don't even say them. And then I finally I turned it off, or I closed it and donated it when he said so-and-so's wife noticed something was wrong when her husband didn't come home for dinner. I'm like, fuck you and this stupid fucking dinner shit. God
You sound like
damn.
my cousin. Dinner with Bob.
Fuck. Or, like I told you in the Stephen King thing, where they fucking talk about food all the fucking time,
God,
how fat this fucking queer is. Stop!
Yeah.
Why is dinner such a fucking big moment in books? I hate this shit.
That's crazy.
Literally, it was some old Mexican woman that was sitting there at her table with her hands on her lap, waiting for her husband to come home, dinner and everything right in front, the fork on the left and the fucking spoon on the right, type bullshit.
No way.
Literally, like, I noticed my husband is not here right now because he is late for dinner. Bitch, he's fucking 8 miles underground.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking
Crazy.
hole that he used to crawl out fucking gone.
The hole's gone.
Seriously, cool. Glad you had to tell me she was concerned because he was waiting for dinner. Nice. Fuck. It is such a staple in books. I hate it. Fuck off.
Such a weird thing.
So yeah, that book, they kept saying all of these different like Spanish names that I couldn't pronounce, and then Stephen A. Smith likes to say the name of every fucking road he walked down for some reason.
Yeah. That's so fucked.
It's like, here we go, I take a deep breath and then just read through the whole fucking paragraph of just him talking about the streets that he walked on.
Yeah. It's like that one, what is that? The fucking, the thing in the Bible where they're talking about like every conceivable human for like 40 pages. I think I remember reading that and I'm like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's the genealogies.
Yeah. I read
they were
all
very
that.
meticulous back then.
I'm like, I don't know how to follow all this. Am I going to hell if I don't remember all these people? And I got
Well,
to
the
end,
best
I'm
part
like,
is
boy.
because a lot of those people, I think, the only time they're mentioned is then.
That's wild.
Like, you never hear from some of those names ever again. That's the only time. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I was like, I should read it before going to bed. I just keep reading name and name and name and name. Like, boy, I'm tuckered right out.
They're pretty hard names, too. They ain't fun ones.
They're crazy. Yeah, fucking Jezebel, Marianne, fucking Elizabeth Treese. I'm like, what the fuck?
They'll be, it's crazy. Like, if you think about it, like, how many basic names are in the Bible? Like, you got the things like Leviticus, and Deuteronomy, and Zechariah, and Bartholomew. And then you just have Mark,
Dave.
I don't think there's Dave.
There's
David.
Yeah. I was short forming because we're buddies, like me in the NFL. Dave.
Adam. Noah. Like, aren't they, like, super, what's the word? Middle Eastern?
Yeah,
like,
I was just thinking of that too. Yeah.
Like, Noah sounds like the most whitest fucking... And Adam, like the most American names ever.
Yeah, like they don't even sound like... Well, maybe that's because that's how our culture has done that, but I don't even know.
Moses, that sounds legit.
Yeah, I can feel that one.
Methuselah, that's a good one.
Yep, feel that one.
Then there's John.
Yeah. They don't even sound European either. They just sound American.
They just sound straight from fucking, like American folklore.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, Samson, that's another one. Then there's Delilah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Maybe
Delilah.
It's also because it's all English accentified or American accentified.
No, motherfucker. These are like their fucking names, dude.
Delilah or something. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Fucking Delilah.
John.
Peter.
All right, that's a hard one to make. Middle Eastern.
James. Like, Mary. Joseph. Like, these are really basic names, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to think of, like, really normal names in America, like, these are all top 10.
There's no way they were repurposed to make it make sense in English.
That's the third time you fucking have said that now.
There's no way.
You're acting like, hey man, that better not be hitting my scooter right now. That's what you're doing right now.
No, I like what
dude,
you're saying,
I'm telling you right now. But for real, I mean, they didn't hit my scooter though, right? 2 minutes into the conversation, but yeah, my scooter better be okay. Fucking idiot. You keep bringing it up.
I did that. I didn't mean it.
Golly.
It's so fucking dumb.
I'm sure the way they said Adam was a little different back then, Bert, but at the end of the day, it's still fucking Adam.
Yeah.
It's not like Lee la la ma la bola, or as Americans say it, Adam, you stupid fuck. Dumbass.
Yeah.
Gosh, but damn, my scooter better be okay.
Fucking
asshole.
scooter better be okay. Oh my god.
The meme behind that is I showed Bert a video on iFunny where there was this shootout going on outside. Like police and gangs, I think, were shooting at each other. And there's a video of it happening, of these people like hiding out in the store. And one guy just kept saying, hey, yo, they better not hit my fucking scooter, dude. And that shootout's still happening. God damn, my scooter better be okay.
Oh, my scooter's okay.
Holy fuck, I don't think they hit my scooter. And it's a little moped.
And there's a woman just freaking out.
Yeah, there's people screaming and dying.
Shit.
Like, oh, my scooter.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, watch my scooter.
Don't scratch it. You think it's a scratch on my scooter?
And he's like, man, I think my scooter's okay, but is he dead?
Yeah.
Literally fucking Bert right now.
100%. Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah, tough bounce. So yeah,
Tough bounce.
that's my little update on my book, though. What else you got?
Yeah, that's a good one. I need to start reading again. I literally deleted a whole bunch of game apps off my phone so I could start reading. Just to be like, to force myself into reading. Didn't work.
You started looking at porn?
Yep. I'm like, fuck this. At work, too. I'm just like, fuck this. It's fucking boring. But, but yeah, books are cool. I was gonna say, man, do I give a fuck? Do I even have a note here? Why am I not looking around? Nah, I don't have notes here. I flew back to work, new location again. I got room for you if you want to come hang out. Work remote for a couple weeks. Come hang out. Got an extra bed.
I'm good.
So that's Tool.
Yeah, I just that boss.
We were out all night last night. The whole night I was bugging about, oh my god, my flight was at 7 a.m. Like, cool, so I'm going to have to wake up at 5 to get ready and get to the airport and do TSA, blah, 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 blah. And I got out of the shower after I got back from watching UFC and having our cousin night, and it said 2 hours until I had to be up. And I said, nah, I go on to United. Just like, I need a new flight yesterday. And yeah. So I flew back like fucking hella late. We're recording this at like fucking ass crack of dawn.
Holy fuck. Yeah, we
not
are.
Really, but
damn.
It's like fucking late as shit.
What do you mean not really? It's almost fucking 1 in the morning, dude. We usually start at 9.
Yeah, this is bad.
Fucking queer.
Yeah, so I fucking fucked the dog again.
I didn't realize it was fucking that late. Damn.
Yeah, fucked the dog again. So that's just fucking lovely. On the flight over here too, I don't really understand why. I think we talked about it once on here before, but it's like some flights, it's like they're trying to like, I don't even know what, they have a race. It's like, yeah, well, we're technically, we had a delay, about a 30, 45 minute delay. And I told my cousin, like, yeah, I'm going to be late. And he was like, yeah, we landed. He's like, yeah, it was a 45-minute delay, but we ended up getting it down to about 25 minutes. I'm like, holy fucking shit. And the reason why he made it so fast, he's like, yeah, there's a gigantic fucking thunderstorm in front of us. And you could see it on the horizon. I'm just looking out the window and I see fucking lightning. I'm like, well, that's great. And it was quite a ways ahead of us. I was wondering how long I should do that. It was quite a ways ahead of us, and I'm just like bugging a little bit. I'm like, boy, that's not going to be fun. And he's like, yeah, no, we're going to try and go around the storm. I'm like, all right, that's good, that's good. Later on, he said, everybody buckle up. We're going through the storm. I says, to myself, And I'm playing this dumbass 2048 game thinking about, is this going to be the last thing I do before I die? And I love when we start descending, and then you look outside, and then you just see fucking clouds, and you're like, all right, cool. No ground to be seen, no city, no lights, no nothing. And then it looks like a flashbang outside. Like right outside the window looks like a flashbang. It's this bright white light shining in and fucking illuminating the entire cabin. I'm like, we are literally in the middle of a fucking goddamn lightning cloud. Zeus has enveloped us like a fucking, I don't even know what. It's like a goddamn lightning bolt going through the plane. This is so cool. And it kept happening, and the fucking plane's jolting all over the place, and literally sitting there throwing one up to the big guy. I'm like, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. So I had to come to Jesus moment before I got back to record the podcast with you lovely folks. But yeah, I was bugging pretty hard. It was not good. And this is the second fucking flight in a row. I think I'm going to quit. I am kind of tired of the flying thing. There was a good moment there where I think I might have said it on here. I was getting cocky. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to, flying doesn't really bother me anymore. And then my last 2 flights have been literal fucking nightmares. Like, guys, there's a 50-50 shot that we fucking lay in this thing. Like, boy, he's confident, so am I. Fuck it. Yeah, that's cool. Not as bad as getting stranded in a thing, but not to dredge that up. But yeah, so trying to find a new job. What else is there? Anything good?
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What's going on?
You know.
Fucking gay-ass story again.
Gay story.
Nice bird flew through a fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah. I don't know why they're so cocky, though. It's like you go on Reddit and stuff, and you can see, like, man, a bird fucking record time. It was a 2.5 hour flight, made it in 45 minutes. Like, how in the fuck did you do that?
I think there was something along the lines of they get some kind of bonus if they do it faster or something.
Bad. That's like the giving cops an incentive to pull people over. So now they pull people over for going 1 mile over the speed limit.
It's definitely not the same. I see the point you're trying to make. Just shitty example.
You should be incentivizing good behavior, not racing with fucking hundreds of people's lives on a fucking bus hurtling through the sky on a big metal bullet.
I don't know if incentivizing good behavior is the that's a very progressive way to say it. Be a good boy type shit. Well, they're not incentivizing anything. They're incentivizing good work. So if you can
that's
get
not really
there
good work, but
safely and yes, it is.
Well, safely,
get there
I guess.
Safely and on
They
time,
don't get the bonus
or
if they
safely
crash.
and early, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Just because somebody fucking got there early doesn't mean they didn't do it safely, you dumbass.
Yeah, when they're doing unsafe things to get there, though, it's kind of like,
Correct. What was the unsafe thing?
Flying through a fucking thundercloud.
How is that unsafe? Pilots do it all the time.
It just seemed kind of...
The storm might not have been that bad to where they could have flown through it safely. I guarantee if it was not a safe fucking thing, it's not like in the 50s when Buddy Holly fucking died. The day the music died because they were in some fucking 6-seater during the fucking worst winter storm in American history, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking light thunderstorm, and Bert's like, yo, this guy should be punished for making... You're definitely your mom's fucking kid, dumbass.
Yeah,
what a
I
fucking
beat this guy
stupid
up if I
thing to
saw him.
say.
He's lucky he hid in the cockpit. That's all I got.
Flying through a fucking thunderstorm, Bert acting like he just fucking went into outer space or some shit.
Shit myself. Yeah. Yeah, it was horrible. No thanks.
It's 2025. The pilot probably could have been in the shitter in the back of the plane and they would have got through it just as safe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like I'm talking to a fucking 6-year-old sometimes. Bert knows better than the fucking pilot.
I do. I know, it gets me so fired up. I'm literally just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Jeopardizing. He really didn't want the show to come up. He was hired by the org to take me out. Fuck.
Jeopardizing. I don't think it was as dangerous as you're fucking making it out to be. Gosh.
Made my belly feel funny.
You're acting like the guy just flew through Hurricane Katrina.
That's what it felt like.
I
haven't seen the flashbang before. The flashbang was a new touch. I learned something.
It's called lightning.
Yeah, I know, but like right there too. I've seen it where it's a little further away, but this time we were like in that shit. That was wild.
You haven't seen like the sky light up from lightning before?
Nah, not that close to the plane.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to nature, Bert.
Yeah,
it happens when you're outside.
Yeah, I don't go out that much, obviously.
I've literally had like lightning hurt my fucking eyes. For how much it lit up the sky out on the old farmhouse.
Damn. That's kind of dope. Yeah, I've always hated lightning and thunder.
I don't know too many people that are jerk off to it.
Well, I do. I like it, but I don't. I don't know. If I'm in like a big, nice building and I feel safe, I'm happy.
Boy, when I'm in the perfect conditions for this thing isn't that bad. Fucking A.
I love it. But if I'm in a little fucking wood shack, then I'm like, nah. No thanks. Now in the basement computer.
Now you're just making things gay. I understand you being uncomfortable riding through a thunderstorm, but now these stupid fucking things you're saying right now of, well, you know, I like looking at volcanoes unless I'm in one. Then I don't like it too much. I think guns are cool until I have a bullet in my leg. Then they're not so fucking cool anymore. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, You do this thing the past couple of weeks to where you just have to go out and say, like, irrelevant information that does not add to the fucking story. So, yeah, thunder and lightning's cool and all until I'm in a fucking plane flying through one. No shit, Bert. That's all you have. Like, you have to say, like, yeah, it's kind of scary when you're in an airplane with it. But now you're like, well, actually, if I have nice Wi-Fi and I'm talking to Sue on my headset and we're playing a good game in Dota and I look out and I see a little streak of lightning, I love it.
That.
You stupid fuck. Why are you talking about such specific fucking things?
Well, because when I was a kid, I would see it in the distance and I thought I was going to die, so it was worse. I never liked it even a little bit, but now I do.
So the reason why you go and say non sequitur information is because when you were a kid, you saw lightning in the distance and thought you were going to die.
Well, I think there's a lot of folks who don't like it at all, but kind of like
correct.
Earlier, but
correct.
So I'm just saying there's conditions where I do like it, so maybe not everybody's the same. It makes people anxious or something.
What?
I'm just saying it can be pleasing in the right situation. That's all.
A lot of things can be pleasing in the right situation.
We just
Why
said
do you
that
even
some
have to
people
say
don't
that?
like it. Some people aren't like that. I'm just saying I'm one.
I didn't say nobody liked it. I said I don't know a lot of people that jerk off to it.
Oh. I mean, I do if their conditions are right, but...
It's pleasant in the right conditions, he says. You can literally say that about just about anything out there.
Yeah, I suppose. I feel like there's some people that wouldn't. But...
I'm sure getting pegged would be okay if I was getting $10 trillion for it and I was under the, what is that, anesthesia? The shit that knocks you out, puts you to sleep.
Okay, yeah.
And it was a very, very, very tiny thing. Like a toothpick going into my butthole. Then pegging, I would be very nice.
This is all
See how that's
isolated.
like not fucking relevant? What the fuck? I enjoy it in the most absolute infinitesimal fucking degree. Perfect.
It's perfect. I love it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just here for it. I'm just trying to tell you what
Sounds like you're not, actually. It sounds like you're quite
desires.
not here for it, even a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that makes more sense.
What does?
What you said. I'm dumb. You know, in a certain case, I can see where you make sense.
You're dumb. It's just you're
dumb.
stupid.
I
wouldn't say you're dumb. You're definitely stupid.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll take that.
It's like that one video I was talking about that got taken down because of someone getting hurt. And you're like, he did get knocked out, to be fair.
True.
And then I'm like, huh, okay. So then I showed you that fucking TikTok video.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you remember what video I'm talking about?
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. To be fair, he did get hurt.
He did get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's because your original claim was, that he got hurt. I says, well, he did indeed.
My original claim was not that.
Their claim was.
I never said I don't understand why this got taken down. Never once fucking said that.
I don't get it.
I was like, how come mine stuff gets taken down?
Yeah.
But then UFC highlights show people literally fucking getting knocked out. So if your argument is he did get knocked out. Yeah, where I see someone's tooth fly out and fucking blood squirt all over, that's fine. And it's also not the UFC fucking posting it either. It's some fucking guy that stole it. So now he's doing unoriginal content and bodily harm. And he's fine. Bert's like, he did get knocked out.
Twoo.
Never said he didn't. Actually, it was the fact that my video got taken down and all these other ones didn't.
Damn. Yeah. Fucking mid-talk. I don't even want to talk about mid-talk.
Did I tell you about the time I tried to go live on our TikTok again and it wouldn't let me? Or
it didn't
nobody came?
Okay.
What's worse?
I feel like the last few have been... You made it sound like they were pretty bad, but...
No, on ours. On the Burger TikTok. I'm like, I'm going to try to switch it up. And nobody fucking came. It stayed at fucking 0 and then 1 and then back down to 0.
Yeah, that's bad. It's like, fuck, this used to be... Yeah, it's like the ruins of a fucking old city. This used to be great once.
It's where it all began.
Yep, good old days.
It doesn't say there's no problems either.
No?
It just doesn't show it to nobody, I guess.
Cool.
Just like when I checked it out on my fiance's TikTok and like half her videos are gone. Literally more than half, I think.
Oh, yeah, that was
It's insane. I'm like, I don't even care anymore, dude.
Yeah,
I go and look through the videos, too. There's no strikes. There's no takedowns. There's nothing. Doesn't say there's anything wrong with it. It's just not showing it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So, suppose pays the bills.
Fuck it.
Got Todd on the fucking podcast, so...
True. I'll take it. Fuck it.
Yeah. So, hope Coach is doing well. Hope he's thinking about us as he lays his head down on the Fijian beach.
Yes.
As I said, somewhere in that man's brain, in his unconsciousness, is Bert and Burger.
Yep.
We are out on the island right now. We made it in.
That's so fucking crazy.
Bert goes, yeah, this just shows how fucking shitty CBS's research is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's incredible, too. Because, somebody on there has heard of us, and they said, no.
Yeah, they probably blacklisted us.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why Jeff won't call. Got some, AI thing matched up to it. Every time, my real information comes through, this is Burger.
Uh-huh. It's like, what the fuck? It's just big red pen, Burger. No.
Yeah.
Send it back.
Still won't stop trying, though. Call me, Jeff.
Please.
So, anyways, though, that's all the time we got for you all today. Thank you so much, all, for chilling and vibing with us here on the Bert and Burger podcast. We're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. And like we said, every fucking podcast episode, it is literally only comedy. So please chill.
Fucking
chill with it. Other than that, that's all the time we got for you. So thank you so much for chilling. And thank you so much for vibing. And we will see you all in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Gooby! Bye. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Again, not relevant, non sequitur. Anyways, this motherfucker.
Okay. I'm gonna touch you.
Lol.